Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Então, what's good? My bad. I just switched to YouTube on Elite, y'all. My bad. My bad. Elite switch. Elite switch. Mm. People probably thinking, All right, Shaggy. TJ was good. Chris was good. Yeah. Damn. Can't get too comfortable. Everybody get too comfortable. Better not get too comfortable. All right. Finally, about ready. This is a late switch. All right, I'm probably gonna let one more song go real quick. Better not get too comfortable. I am on Pandora, so I do not know what's gonna play next. Mm.
For West Valley families, the best healthcare is now even closer to home. Because Phoenix Children's Hospital Arrowhead Campus is now open at 19,007 North 67th Avenue in Glendale, right next door to our specialty care services. With specialized pediatric care, including emergency, surgical, and inpatient services, Phoenix Children's Hospital Arrowhead Campus offers added convenience and world-class care. Learn more at phoenixchildrens.org/arrowhead.
They tell me something loud when I'm on phone. Chill, grease, bro. Chill. Sarah, what's up? All right. Good morning to everybody that's in here. No matter what platform you're on, it's Twitter, whether that's YouTube, whether that's Twitch. I think that's it. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Yeah, appreciate everybody that's in here. Regardless, welcome back to another daily Facts and Stats show. This is a tremendous late switch. It was supposed to be playback on YouTube, but I want today to get straight to the point, which can allow me to do. I have to record I got invited to record an episode with somebody today on their podcast, so I have to do that in a couple of hours. So I want to just give myself some time. After that, to be able to focus on that, and then today, whatever we need to talk about, we can get straight to it. Only a couple of topics, whether it was on playback too, still the same thing. College football week one rewind, and then WNBA weekend recap. Obviously, there were tons of college football games this past weekend. And there were a lot of good WNBA games this past weekend as well. So we'll talk about those two. Those two things. Giving y'all a heads up for tomorrow. If anybody may replay this as well, giving y'all a heads up for tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the preseason power rankings. The first preseason power rankings, 1 through 15. Also got to work on that today. We're getting a graphic ready. 1 through 15. As we complete that tomorrow, most likely should be able to post that either the same day or that Wednesday. And then the next official post week one power rankings will be on Tuesday. Every Tuesday is power ranking days. For anybody that's going here, every Tuesday is power ranking days. Goodness. I feel like I should have went live on the playback. I feel like I should have stuck with playback. But either way, hand over there. Again, thank you everybody that's in here. There's a late switch to YouTube only. If you are in here and you already subscribed to the platform, make sure you like the video to get more people to come in here. If you are in here and you're not subscribed to Facts and Stats on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I go live on YouTube multiple times throughout the week. And I had a late switch in my head to just go live on YouTube and threw it on playback today and going back live on playback tomorrow for the power rankings and the watch party for WNBA. So that's sort of kind of how I thought about it. I should have been just said YouTube only for today and then power rankings for tomorrow. But head over there. After you like, comment, and subscribe to the platform, we greatly appreciate it. Make sure you all check out the Facts and Stats website for any Facts and Stats apparel. I have 2 new color hoodies on the way. Restocking on all the old, any hoodie that I ever made before, restocking on that. Again, so check out the website. It's factandstats.us is the website. It's any Facts and Stats apparel. Sure, I still have items on sale. Or you can fish around the website and see anything you may like. Again, that's factsandstats.us. If anybody that's new in here, playback.tv/factsandstats. That's floating on the bottom of the screen. That's another platform that allows me to host the show, just like YouTube, just like Twitter. Only difference is on playback. We use playback to watch NBA games or WNBA games together. Hopefully, college football games going forward together. So that's what we do. Make sure you sign up. Join the Fact and Stats Playback Room. Again, it's playback.tv/Fact and Stats. It's also in the description on this YouTube video. It's also in the description on this YouTube video. Yeah, it is. Now, to anybody that's in the chat, bro, I mean, I'm gonna start the show off like this. And I'll start it off myself, but in the chat you can answer too. Reminder, anybody feel free to come to the stage. Feel free to come to the stage. The link to come to the stage is in the chat. But who sold your parlay? I had a damn good day of gambling yesterday. I'm gonna start calling Sundays my lucky Sundays. I woke up, I had a feeling, made 2 WNBA parlay, 3, 4 actually. How I lie like that? Seattle Storm Sun game, hit on a parlay. Made 2 all-day parlays, hit. Lynx money line, Caitlin 20 points, hit. So what I'm looking at for Indiana Fever live bet money line, hit. So I'm 5 for 5, right? I made 1 more parlay. Lynx, Aces, Dream. I had a feeling Aces and Dream was going to win. Lynx, Aces, Dream, LSU. LSU. I made some good money yesterday, don't get me wrong. But that, if LSU would have won that game right there, bro. LSU sold the parlay. I went 5 for 6 yesterday, all because of LSU. They let me down, like TJ just said in the chat, in a very, 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 very winnable game. To me, questionable play calling. And we'll dive deeper into that game literally in a couple of minutes. But questionable play calling, it is what it is. Shout out to USC. Shout out to Mother Boss. He did what he needed to do to lead that team to a victory last night. Shaggy and also anybody in the chat. Anybody who sold your parlay? Who sold your parlay? Shaggy.
Man, Leah Boston, man. Oh, man. She had 9 minutes in the fourth quarter to get me 2 more rebounds. She ain't getting either one on, man. I'm good, man. I'm good.
Rakia Jackson, I needed 15. What Rakia finished with?
I think she finished with like 13.
Rakia finished with 13. You needed 15. Man. Yeah, she finished with 13, 5 for 16. She got the shots up. Nobody else shot the ball. She got the shots up. You got to blame yourself, man. Shit like that. I mean, you chose to bet with Rakia over Ryan Howard. You know we don't turn her back on Ryan. You can't turn her back on Ryan. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's something that you got to take on the chin right there. You turned your back on Ryan, bro. Before we get into week 1, college football week 1, I'm mad I missed some comments. And again, if I was live on YouTube through StreamYard, I would have seen the comments on YouTube. But since we did the draft on playback, I missed the comments on YouTube. Like 5, 6 people commented on YouTube asking about their team and shit like that. And I couldn't even respond. I didn't even respond to it, bro. But I'm going to show y'all the fantasy teams from yesterday. Let me know y'all thoughts. We can't even see Process team yet because it was a trade already. But I'm going to show y'all the teams, what's looking like right now, and y'all can tell me who y'all think got the best team so far or the best team right now in the chat. I'm going to show everybody team one by one. And if I can, I will even rank the team my damn self. Be young, what's the word, Brody? Fact and Stats Fantasy Football League, y'all. We did a draft yesterday. As you can see, a trade already happened. So I will put that trade on the screen first for y'all. Team 4-0 is Shaggy. Process was obviously Process. Team 4-0 traded Brian Thomas, Sam Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs for Kyron Williams, Devontae Smith, and Evan Ingram. quick thoughts on that trade right there in the chat. XO, what's good, bro? Quick thoughts on that trade right there before we get into the teams. Quick thoughts on that trade. How y'all feel about that trade? Who won the trade? How y'all feel about that real quick? Actually, I don't even know how I feel about y'all right now, gang. Like, y'all sold me out of like 500, no funny. Y'all sold me out of like 500, no funny. I don't know how I feel about y'all. Thoughts on the trade in the chat. Y'all scared to comment on the trade? What's up? Thoughts on the trade in the chat. Y'all active. Y'all see it. Brian Thomas, Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs for Kyron Williams, Devontae Smith, and Evan Ingram. What's your thoughts, Yvonne?
Let me look at this real quick. BT. All right. Oh, damn.
My bad. This Cox reward bullshit crap popping up on the screen for whatever reason. Man, he just took over my whole ESPN browser. Holy crap. He said I'm cool on them. I'm more than cool on them. I can't trust y'all, gang. Certainly, I can't trust y'all, bro. Ain't no way that happened. All right, here's the trade right here. What your thoughts on that? And we looking at everybody's team after that before we get into the show today.
I think it's a valid trade.
How many people in here?
16 on YouTube. You say you think it's a valid trade?
Yeah, I think it's respectable. I think BTJ could be a little more highly rated than what he is. But
You say you think he's getting a little more highly rated than what he is?
yeah, I think he'll be Trevor's wide receiver 1 this year. So
Wait, did that mean that he's getting highly rated?
I think.
Wait, you said I think he's getting highly rated than more highly rated than what he is, right?
Yeah.
What you mean by that?
Or on Trevor. I think I have him highly rated more than people.
Oh yeah, I was confused.
I got a little more expectations for him than I do. For sure.
Nah, yeah, fair. I have him in one of my leagues too. Listen, I mean, me personally, bro. You see the trade, man. I guess people trade for what they want. Simple put. But dive into everybody's team real quick. Starting with Mish at the top. Let me know your thoughts on Mish team in the chat, man. And I'll give my thoughts on it too. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes and Pacheco. I like Pacheco as a guy that can help you win a league this year for sure. And one of the better weapons on that KC offense. Running back 2 was looking like DeAndre Swift. I like her wide receivers looking like Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, Kincaid. She drafted Hawkinson, probably gonna slap him on IR. Her bench is looking like Mitchell, Blake Corum, Leggett, 3 straight rookies, okay? Antonio Gibson, Keaton, 4 rookies. Keaton Mitchell, Jalen, Jahan Dotson. Cool mob. I like Mahomes, Pacheco, and Tyreek Hill, Evans, and Kincaid. I think Kincaid is gonna pop this year. Obviously, it's good to have TJ Hawkinson in the stash as well, but he's probably gonna be out for a little minute. Bench is super iffy. Don't know how I feel about DeAndre Swift. Not much of a fan of him, but he could be good in that Chicago offense. And then the bench, I don't see no real room for her to make any moves as far as trades. She don't make trades anyway, but nobody is trading for any of these guys. Like you have the TJ and you have the Keaton Mitchell. Both of those guys are gonna be out for a month or more. She might have the best team. Holy shit, let me put that on the screen. Okay. She might have the best team. Okay. We put that on the screen. So this is Mish team.
If he think that, we need him in the league.
That bench is horrific.
Yeah. Out of Antonio Gibson, New England, nah. And it's another wide receiver you can pick up. That's not Jalen. That's actually gonna be their wide receiver 3, I think. If I'm not mistaken, or probably him. I think it is Jalen. Actually, I'm sorry. People higher on Blake Corum in LA. Rye, I think Shaggy, and whoever else. Yeah, that's it, bro. I agree. Why does this dumb reward stuff keep popping up, bro? My bad, y'all. Like, what the fuck? I don't want to participate. I don't want to participate. I don't want to participate. Like, why they forcing me to participate in this? Reminder, if you are in, y'all, make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all like the video if you are in here. Make sure y'all like the live if you are in here at the moment. After we show the team that the room is not up a little bit more, I'll probably switch to playback. We'll see for the topic today. So after I show these teams that the room is up a little bit more, we'll probably switch to playback. That was Meech's team. I agree that team C-, D+, C-. Whenever you have Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Pacheco, your team can be successful. You can see Tyreek Hill carry your team in a week. So C-. I'm gonna go down and around. We have Process TTP, Process team. Now this is post trade again. Process just made a trade. I'm not even looking at this. My bad. Let me see the screen. Process just made a trade. I personally love the trade for his team. For anybody that's new in here, one more time that just came in, Process traded for Laporta and Jahmyr Gibbs. Try to copy me because I have them in our other league that we're in. I have all three of these guys in our other league that we're in. So he literally just said, "Oh, I like that. I like that. Ed got them. Let me get them too." He got Brian Thomas and Laporta and Jahmyr Gibbs for Kyron Williams, Devontae Smith, and Evan Ingram. First trade of the draft or first trade of the league. And let me go to Process's team. Super high on this team right here, man. Brock Purdy. Whenever you can go into every single week having Bijan and Jahmyr Gibbs, you're destined to win more than likely. So I'm a super duper fan of Bijan and Jahmyr Gibbs. Michael Pittman, he has Michael Pittman this year. Should be Anthony Richardson's favorite target. He has Brian Thomas starting as well at the moment. Sam Laporta and James Cook. So his running backs are going to give you 15 plus a week. I can confidently say that more than likely. His running backs will give you all three. I'm going to give you 15 plus a week more often than not. Solid 2 wide receivers. Obviously, if he had like a star at that position, that would be more eye-popping or eye-catching. But still have 2 guys that should reduce. Love the starters, man. I love the starters. You look at the bench. He drafted guys that has upside, and that's Tank Dell. He always can be an important piece, especially fantasy-wise, in that Houston offense. Devin Singletary, RB1 in New York. Saquon departs. He leaves Houston. Joe Mixon comes in. Saquon goes to Philly. Devin now goes to New York. Devin should have a couple of good weeks. Not a guy that I'll be confident in starting personally. Xavier Worthy, guy that traded up the draft. They like him for obvious reasons. You know, the speed ability, the deep threat, things that he can do for that team. Again, he's the guy that can pop this year along with Rashee Rice and Hollywood. So in that offense, Jonathan Brooks, rookie running back, in the backfield with Chuba and Miles Sanders. Viewed as probably the best running back in that backfield, though. So probably going to end up being RB1 or having a more successful season out of them 3. So we'll see. Khalil Shakir, so another good pick. We all know Buffalo wide receiver room is looking like at the moment. Not too strong. Young outside of Curtis. So we'll see. I think Khalil's a good pick as well. And then Jaleel, I literally was doing some research on him yesterday. He's another good guy that you could draft. So I like it. I have no issues with this team, bro. The backup quarterback is Tua. High-powered offense. It's good to have a guy like Tua or Brock Purdy or all the weapons that they have offensively. So, hey, no weak spots for me on this team, man. Again, like I said, if he had a wide receiver that was more eye-catching, like a star wide receiver, A+. But right now, this team is an A. Brian Thomas, Michael Pittman. And Brian Thomas, Michael Pittman. Yeah, he needs another wide receiver. Good team, though. Good team. Get his team an A. He needs another wide receiver. Chan said, cool team. BJ team. Everybody loves JT. Um, he got Lamar Jackson, Jonathan Taylor. Phenomenal start when you think of Lamar and JT. Dealt with injuries last year as far as Jonathan Taylor is healthy this year. Real quick before I go back. Z-Farm, any comments on process team? My bad. Any comments?
You said he didn't have any weak spots. I saw Brock Purdy and Tua Tagovailoa as his quarterback, so I consider that a pretty heavy weak spot.
Okay. Brock Tua. I seen somebody say Purdy finished as quarterback 3 last year, though. That's true. He's stuffing the sheet, bro. Like he won.
No, he did. He finished quarterback 3. He did.
Yeah. We'll see this year, though.
He threw for 4,200 passing yards last year, 31 TDs and 11 interceptions. Yeah, he had 295 fantasy points. Yeah, he definitely probably was. That. Cool team. I feel like y'all would interact more on playback, bro. I feel like y'all not interacting on YouTube for
Up to you.
I think I would do the switch. I had everything typed out on playback today too. That's the bummer part. I had to get that late switch. I did. I'm gonna keep it going until I finish the teams. We got 21 people in here so far, y'all. After this is 2 topics: college football, week 1 rewind, and then WNBA weekend recap. Caitlin Clark, Kelsey continue to thrive. Angel Reese sets it, breaks a record. Asia Wilson, 40 ball. A lot to talk about in college football. So after I finish these teams real quick, I'm gonna probably more than likely shift over to playback. I'm just gonna have these teams for the YouTube, and I'm gonna edit this YouTube title to like fantasy football team recap or some crap like that. Z-Farm, feel free to give comments on anybody else's team. Shaggy, you can too if you want to. Oh shit, I can't even. My bad. Back to BJ's team. I'm trying to speed up a little bit. BJ's team: Lamar Jackson, Jonathan Taylor, Kenneth Walker. I love it. I love to start running backs. I wanted Kenneth, but I chose a guy over him. Lamar, Jonathan, Kenneth. I like it. Chris Olave. I like it. Debo. I like it, especially where he got Debo at. Where he got Debo in like round 9. Put up 243 points overall last year with 7 touchdowns, I think, receiving and 5 touchdowns rushing. So 12 touchdowns in total. And man, Debo's a hell of a player, bro. I mean, yeah, he's a hell of a player. I mean, to get Debo that late is literally phenomenal. David Njoku, one of the better tight ends. They said his best games came with Deshaun Watson on the Pine. So we'll see how often Deshaun Watson targets David this year. Brian Robinson, RB1 in Washington with Austin Eckler on the back side. Can't go wrong with Brian Robinson, bro. I actually think that Jaden, Brian, Terry, and even Austin will be good fantasy pieces this year. His bench, I love the Nick Chubb stash. I'm pretty sure Addison went late too. I could have sworn Addison went late. I don't know where he picked Addison at, but he went late. Jordan Addison, Christian Watson, Jacoby Myers off the bench, A-Rod as his backup quarterback, Nick Chubb to go in the IR spot, Luke Musgrave as his backup tight end. This team shaped out good. This team shaped out cool. I like it. I'll give the team a B. B for me. B for me. Anybody else? B for me.
Yeah, I like that team. If he can get some good production out of Debo, I like that team. I like Olave. Man. Even a guy like Jordan Addison, the QB player is good, good guy on the bench. Could be a flex sometimes. Wide receiver 3, Jacoby Myers, another one, good team.
Yeah, especially if Chubb comes back right away and he doesn't have a ramp-up period towards the end. That will be around his playoff time. So if you take Brian Robinson out and you add Nick Chubb to that flex spot, that's a team that you don't want to see in the playoffs right there.
Yeah, well said. I agree. Yeah, I agree. I like this team, bro. B plus. Close to an A, really. B plus. I like it. I don't really have a problem with this team. Murray, state of mind. This is Miles. I'm gonna try to be as fast as possible. Immediately after this, y'all, we are heading to playback to start the week 1 college rewind and WNBA weekend recap. Miles Mobb, Jalen Hurts, David Montgomery, Austin Eckler, Justin Jefferson, Drake London, Travis Kelce, JSN, Jets defense, Cameron as his kicker, DeAndre Hopkins, Chase Brown, Jerry Jeudy, Trey Benson, Tyler's backup tight end, Brandon Cooks, Tyler Boyd. All right, Tyler Boyd as Trey Benson. Don't know what he's going to do as much as he's going to do in that Arizona team behind James.
Who are starting running backs?
Austin Eckler, David Montgomery as. I'm not a fan of starting those two guys personally.
Montgomery, cool. I'm fine with Montgomery, but the RB1, nah.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna get in the end zone, get you 1,000 yards, but then Austin Eckler, nah.
Yeah.
I mean, he can make. He got pieces to make a trade, though. He got some pieces to make a trade to improve that. But,
yeah, I mean, David can't be RB1 for me, so it depends on where he picked David at. I don't even know when he did, but David can't be RB1. He's more so of an RB2, and Austin Eckler the flex option. He had Eckler the RB2. We'll see how effective he can be in that Washington offense. He wasn't that effective last year in LA. DeAndre Hopkins come off the bench. Obviously, have to see what you're going to get from him. Should have another good year. Will Levis and then Jerry Jeudy's headed to Cleveland. We'll see how effective he's going to be in that offense. But Drake London should pop this year. I like the Drake London pick. I like the Travis Kelce pick. I obviously like the Jalen Hurts pick. And you can never go wrong with Justin Jefferson. C plus. I see a C plus. Who was the low? Mish with the low. I think Mish was a C. I see a C plus right here. I really want to say B minus, but I'm gonna settle at C plus because I know I cannot have these two guys as my starting running backs. I personally can't do that. So C plus. Anything on this team, D4?
Yeah, the running backs are just not great, and also JSN being a third wide receiver, and that it's just not, that's not a team right there to look out for.
You be straightforward, bro. I like it, bro. That was Miles. Miles got a C plus for me. I think BJ got a B or B. I think got a B. Parsons had an A. Misha had a C minus or C. Team West. I never even looked at West team. Fuck the Hebrew. West went up with the rookie. Jay and Daniel at the starting quarterback. I like it for its upside. Christian McCaffrey, RB1. RB2 is Javonte Williams. First full season where he should be coming to the year healthy, bouncing back from those knee injuries that he had 2 seasons ago. Devontae Adams and Cooper Kupp. I'll be scared to sprint if it was 2 years ago. Still can be really, really good this year. Devontae Adams and both Cooper Kupp. He is banking on Kyle Pitts with the leap of Kirk Cousins. I think he picked Kyle a little early too. Okay. Rashee Rice, the guy that I'm super duper duper high on this year. I'm trying to get him in one of my leagues. I cannot get him. I had him last year, and he's a phenomenal player. I just can't get Rashee Rice. So hopefully I can get him. Hopefully I can get him in one of my leagues, man. I would love to have him on my team personally. Cowboys defense, Justin Tucker. You head to the bench. Ooh, Jalen Waddle. Okay, you head to the bench. Jalen Waddle, Jerome Ford, Justin Herbert. Joshua is looking like supposed to be the wide receiver 1 there. Khalil is backing up. DeAndre, Taysom Hill can always. They just use him so funny. So he can always be effective. You look at week 18 and 17 last year, he had 11 points apiece. Week 13, 15. Week 8, 9, 20 both. 7, 6, 12, 16. So Taysom Hill is a good bench wide receiver. Titan, I'm sorry. Solid, man. Jerome Ford, man. I had him last year when Nick Chubb went down. Again, he pops. He gives you 10 plus a game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 games over 10 with 10 or more points. So Jerome Ford is a good option until obviously Nick Chubb returns. Jalen Waddle, Jerome Ford, Herbert as your backups. So even if Jaden Daniels is on some flunky shit, he can go ahead and put in Justin Herbert there, who should probably should still have a good Justin Herbert type season as long as he's healthy. Good backup tight end option. Damn. One small upgrade at RB2 for me. And he's good to go. Javonte Williams, one small upgrade at RB2 for me, he's good to go. I like the team, bro. I like the wide receivers personally. So
Yeah, upgrade RB2 for me. I mean, we gotta see what Kyle Pitts is. I'm not a fan of that Kyle Pitts shit, but yeah, I mean, he got Jaden Daniels and Herbert. I think Herbert's going to be good. I think Daniel's going to have an interesting year. Gotta see Daniel, but yeah, Javonte Williams and Kyle Pitts, I ain't rocking. Everything else, he got. He can look. Anytime you get Cooper Kupp, Adams, Rasheed Rice, Jalen Waddle, you can make a trade.
Yeah.
Guys, those the players guys want. You can make a trade. So he got.
Yeah, I like this team. If this is 2022, this is a world championship team, right? This is the top fantasy team in the league, but we'll see what happens this year. But it's still a good team. But if that was 2 years ago, this is the best team on the market,
without a doubt. I'm a super fan of this team, bro. I might have to double back. Let me look at process team real quick because if I get process in A, just Brock. I don't think that's fit. Yeah, because if this is an A, that means West team is an A. Porter, James, Bijan. I'll go ahead and say West team is an A for me. I have 2 A's. Holy 7. This is Ride Team. I have not looked at Ride Team yet either. My first time looking at everybody's team, y'all. I don't really look at teams until like nighttime or in the morning if I want to make a trade or something like that. But my first team looking at Ride Team, start to finish. Okay, Caleb Williams, starting quarterback. Can't go wrong with that pick in my opinion. It's a good quarterback to have, rookie or not. ETN, one of the better fantasy running backs. Rashad White, I had him last year. 267 points. Pretty damn good. Yeah, Rashad was he was good the whole damn year last year. Pretty damn good. No reason why he should replicate that this season. AJ Brown, Nico Collins, 2 phenomenal picks right there, wide receiver. Jake Ferguson's another phenomenal pick. Gonna be one of the better tight ends, fantasy related. Chris Godwin, don't really get into the end zone. He has games where he have 8 catches, 9 catches, 10 catches. I guess that can make up for it. You'll see the 10 catch game, the 8 catch game, and that was pretty much it. He had 2 touchdowns last year. All right. Let's see. Christian Kirk, Jaden Reed, J-Mo. Not a fan of the Zeke pick at all. Adam, Wicks, Jaden. Jaden or Wicks is going to pop this year. Wait and see game. A lot of people's high on Wicks. Detroit fans are high on J-Mo this year coming into the season. Could be a really damn good pick. Christian Kirk is going to be really good in Jacksonville again. He was having a phenomenal season before he got hurt. Thielen was Kirk. It's a good team. Somebody got a rating for this team? One of y'all got a rating for this team?
Listen, I don't like it. I'm not a fan of this team. He has 3 running backs, and one of those running backs is Ezekiel Elliott. This team doesn't scare me at all. He has 3 running backs, and one of them are Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah. What
One
you got
injury,
for this team?
One injury, he's done. In that running back, he's done. Anybody, say Rashad Rice don't produce, he's done. He would had to finesse somebody for a trade. He would have to finesse somebody for a trade.
On the other hand, though, I do like the bench. I think the bench is very solid, and I think it can lead to, if another team has a wide receiver problem during the year, it can lead to some trade assets. But yeah, he's got to hope one of those guys, either Jaden Reed or Wicks, stand out as a 1 over there in Green Bay.
Yep.
Okay, let me get my grade before I say what he had to say. Yeah, man. That's an issue for me, man. I didn't even think of that. One, it's cool. and cute to have all these options at wide receiver. But listen, you only can start 3 of them at a time. So if you're gonna have all these wide receivers, you gotta at least be stronger in that running back room. And I'm just not a fan of. Again, I'm not a fan of this pick at all. I'm literally not a fan of this pick at all. Rashad White and Etienne, again, I like both of them. I should be saw what Rashad did last year. But like Shaggy said, one injury away. And you always got to prepare for injuries in fantasy football. B minus. A lot of options, a lot of weapons. I like AJ and Nico. I like the wide receivers. I like the tight end a lot. I'm going to go B minus on this one. It's higher than a C. So I'm going to go B minus. Closer to a C plus than it is to a B plus, in my opinion. What you got to say about it, right?
So basically, like going into the draft, a lot of the players like at RB got kind of like reached on that I wanted. Cause like some guys in like the 1 through 5 section, like process hog and running backs. I mean, that's his style. I get that's just like that's how it is. So it was kind of hard to adjust towards that. And then some people reached on some RBs. Like Blake Horn went a little bit earlier than I expected. I thought he was gonna come right back to me.
What pick you had?
I had pick 10.
10, okay. And you went AJ first.
Yeah, I went AJ first, yeah. And then Travis landed right there.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, that's my rating. What you got on this team real quick, D-Mac, while you just came up?
I'm tracing D-Mac. We'll see it through, though.
The Caleb pick is a little questionable. Ferguson is fine, but nothing too crazy. I guess my thing would be for your tight end and quarterback to be what it is. I would hope you have like a one strength on the team, either running back or wide receiver. Wide receiver is, good. AJ Brown and Nico certainly strong, but I feel like you should be like really strong at running back or really strong at wide receiver. But that's my general thoughts.
Caleb can have some rookie weeks. I didn't even think of that.
I mean, that's what got Kurt on the bench, though.
Yeah, Kurt. Okay. Yeah. This is closer to a C plus than it is to a B plus. I'm gonna stick with B minus.
Kurt. No, don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, platooning.
I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, he got the trade. He can make trades. But me personally, I'm not trade. I don't need none on this.
Because Shaggy drafted Gibbs, and that nigga did not want Gibbs, bro.
I told you I
drafted him based on where I was at in the draft. I was at pick 11.
He got a hold for it. I respect it, though.
You mean like?
You can platoon. You can
he got a haul, but he got something for it.
I didn't get a haul. I got what I wanted back. Yeah, I got something for it. Got good players for it. I just didn't want those two guys at all.
No, they're not being real with you. They're not being real with you. For you,
what was the trade?
Give your honest thoughts. They're not being real, D-Mac. Give your honest thoughts on this.
I didn't want those two guys at all. They were not staying on my team.
Give your honest trade on this fucking thoughts on the trade.
Okay, this shit on my head. Damn. Hold on. Okay, so I think that's a fairly okay trade for both sides. I don't think that's anything crazy.
Yeah, I didn't. Me personally, when you look at my running back room, I didn't need to keep him. I got Derrick Henry. I'm getting Kai Rooms back. I have Ramondre Stevenson on my bench. I have Gus Edwards on my bench. Gus Edwards going to give me a lot of touchdowns. I was not okay with going into the season with Brian Thomas Jr. as my wide receiver 3. I was just not okay with that. So I fucking traded.
I really like Brian Thomas Jr. I'd probably favor the side with Laporta, Gibbs, and Thomas Jr. for the reason of I think Laporta at tight ends is a little bit more worth it because I do think having one of the better tight ends is important this year. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a fairly even trade for both sides.
All right, let's see. Recapping, Mish got a C minus, Process got an A, BJ got a B, I think. Miles got a B, I think. Wes has an A. Ryan had the B minus for me. We had a team 410/Shaggy. This is post trade, guys. Again, he made a trade. Dak Prescott, Derrick Henry. Can't be mad at having Dak in fantasy, especially when his target is targeting with CeeDee Lamb all damn year. Looking at last year, he had 342 fantasy points, bro. 342 fantasy points last year, 36 touchdowns, 4,500 passing yards. With that running back room, you would expect to see Dallas continue to lean more to being a pass-first team versus what they were about 3-4 years ago, or even a balanced attack. Derrick Henry, RB1. Seen some stats literally this morning as I woke up. He's been killing the Chiefs in his 4 games he played against the Chiefs, averaging over 100 plus yards per game. We'll see how he does against the Chiefs this Thursday. Can't be mad at the Derrick Henry pick. You gotta love it. Me personally, I'm super high on Henry this year in the Ravens backfield. At least until he's sharing carries with Keaton Mitchell. Still think Derrick Henry's gonna perform well. Kyron Williams, a guy that I had last year, signed him on the waivers before his knee started to pop. People were saying Blake Corum this, Blake Corum that. They splitting, he's sharing. I don't know. I don't think so. I think Shaq is actually one of the ones that think so. Rod's one of the ones that think so. I don't think so. I think Kyron Williams is.
Yeah, I mean, even if I do think so, I didn't care. I got him on my team, so I didn't split him. So I think the more productive running back will be Kyron Williams, no matter what. So,
all right, Kyron, that's his RB2. You head to his wide receivers. DJ Moore and George Pickens, can't be mad at it. Both wide receiver ones, their respective offense. Both guys should pop. I'm looking at George Pickens last year. He had 1,140 yards with 5 touchdowns. You can expect that same production, if not better. And as far as DJ Moore with better quarterback play, 1,300 receiving yards, 8 touchdowns. He's now sharing with 2 other good wide receivers, so he might not replicate the 1,300, but he should probably get in the end zone the same amount, if not even getting more targets / or catches. Evan Ingram was one of Trevor Lawrence. I said Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence, my bad. Favorite targets last year. Phenomenal tight end last year. If you look at the season that he had, 963 yards with 114 receptions. He ranked 2 in his position. I think that was is that based off last year or going to this year?
Bro, he caught 114 passes. Damn.
Freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, that was last year. Yeah.
So he was ranked 2 last year. Again, you would expect them receptions to go down a little bit, but it's still going to be pretty super duper high the way he works with on the field. I'm glad to see his career pan out the way it's panned out after that start. Devontae Smith, wide receiver 2. Hurts like him. The whole team likes him. Phenomenal wide receiver, great route runner, good hands. No issue with that. Ravens defense and Jake Elliott as his defensive kicker. We headed to the bench now. Ramondre and Gus. Me personally, I don't think Gus that backfield is gonna be interesting. I think that backfield is gonna be shaky. D-Mac talking about a guy named Vidal, or maybe say the name wrong, Vidal, whatever. I did some research on him last night.
Vidal.
Yeah, Vidal. I did some shout out to US. I did some research on him last night. So it's gonna be an interesting backfield between him, JK, and Vidal. But Gus, what he did last year, and especially with Greg Orr being offensive coordinator now in San Diego, Los Angeles, should still be productive for the foreseeable future. And he's going to the season as RB1, I believe. Dallas Goedert, so he drafted 2 tight ends, both tight end 1 on their team. Curtis Samuel should be a good target for Josh Allen this year. Not that good of a wide receiver to me personally, but still be a good target for Josh Allen this year. Josh Downs. He's stashing Justin Fields. He had Justin Fields last year. He's banking on Justin Fields becoming QB1 over there in Pittsburgh. Can't blame him for that. Don't know much about this Tracy guy. Must be a rookie. Yeah, the rookie. 5th round.
Yeah. Singletary's in front of him, but he should probably overtake him.
I mean, it looked like he made the trade that he wanted to make now, because I don't see a world where he can make another trade at the moment, unless he's trading one of these running backs. Unless he's trading one of the running backs. I think he has the flexibility to do so if he wants. Say he wants to get another wide receiver, which he does not need. Well, he can probably use one more. He still has the ability to start Ramondre and or Gus if he wants to. I still love the wide receivers, the first 3 wide receivers on his team. Don't love the bench wide receivers though, personally. I like the backup tight end. You can go between Evan and Dallas. I like Ramondre as well.
You guys a 6-point passing TD or 4-point passing TD?
I believe 6.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I like that team. I think Dak is certainly going to be fine for a lot of touchdowns and the passing realm. So I think he's a viable quarterback. So yeah, I think that's a good team.
Yeah, this is another team I think that's going to shape out at an A for me. A minus, closer to a B plus than an A plus or A. Again, I need one more wide receiver. I need just one more wide receiver. But even if that wide receiver, say one of these guys get hurt, it's still a good option to put pencil in Ramondre Stevenson. So as your flex. So yeah, I need one more wide receiver.
One more wide receiver for what?
You never know, gang. You never know. I just think that I think the options are limited. I think this is your team. I think again, I don't see a world where you can make another move if you want to make another move, unless you trade a Henry or Kyle.
I mean, I told him Waddle is on the block, man.
You disagree?
I think he set himself up.
I'm not trading. Listen, I'm only trading if I like to trade.
Yeah,
So why
does?
I'm not trading that team. I'm not making nobody team better. Not happening.
Yeah, I don't think you need to make a trade. I don't think you need to make a trade.
He's got 3 top 20 wide receivers, set up there. He's got 2 guys I think can easily be running back ones, and a really good quarterback. Maybe not a great one, and the tight end, is probably going to be top 8. So I don't think there's really any too big of a need for a trade, in my personal opinion.
No, I think he has a really good team. I ain't gonna lie.
If one of those wide receivers go down as well, I mean, you guys are talking about Gus Edwards' touchdown value. He brings a ton of rushing value with Greg Roman too. He can get you 60 yards a game as well, along with 1 or 2 TDs. So if one of those guys does go down, or they're on a bye week,
Stevenson is the guy that's going to be in the backfield for the Patriots come hell or high water. So he's not going to be a guy that has running back one upside, but I do think that he's a guy that's going to be a good flex at worst. So yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, oh my bad. Whoever said that. This came at A.
No, you're good. Yeah, I mean.
So that's 3 A's across the draft so far. We head into my boy Wizard. Wizard don't be around too often, but when with spaces he's more active. Still my dog though. Haven't seen his team yet. My first time I got his team. I have CJ in my other league, so I like the CJ Stroud pick. Wish I could have had him in this league too. Mostert, Tony Pollard, St. Brown, Diggs, Schultz, Ayuk. Defense, kicker, Amari, Rome, Cole, Romeo, DeMario, Jared Goff, Robinson.
Yeah, that's a team that I would say should be shopping for running backs after week 1 when one of those good wide receivers on the bench has
teams like this, I'm going to refuse to trade this team. For what? Why am I trading this team? Look at your running back room. I'm not helping you. This is disgusting. This is disgusting.
Yeah, those are 2 running backs that are probably the most replaceable in football right now. I mean, Tony Pollard with Tajay Spears. Tajay has more upside, and then Raheem Mostert obviously has A-Chain, and along with that, they have Jalen Wright. So, yeah, that's Amari Cooper being on the bench is interesting. I'd shop him immediately and try and get a better running back. I'd combine one of those 2 that he has and get a better running back.
Without a doubt. That's literally but without a doubt, like that's literally what he should do. This is
who are his backs again?
Mostert and Pollard.
Oh yeah.
And that's it. He drafted 2 running backs.
Oh, he has no backups.
Oh, this is horrible. This is the C. This is.
What up, boy? He got no backups. How you
No.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, this is a D. This is a D. My first official D.
Who's can't give him a. He still got Amon-Ra.
Wait, hold on. Go to his bench.
No. He got CJ Stroud. He got Diggs.
I thought he had 3 quarterbacks.
He got the stack with Diggs. You can't give him, but he does. He does have to trade more.
He's gonna, bro. There's teams like this that's gonna make somebody team OC. When he trade, everybody's gonna tax him.
Where's his whose team is this? But this is a question mark.
And he got the stack with Goff and Nah, that's a decent
Yeah, I mean,
team.
he may be able
He
to
got the
trade
stats.
with the quarterback and wide receivers that he has. It's just if you're going to go zero running back, which is essentially what this is. There are better guys that he could have got out of the Mostert and
Listen,
Pollard probably
if I'm
to roll
anybody in
with
this
it.
league, you're not getting a trade from me if you're not giving up Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's not happening. I need him. Give me him or you ain't getting a trade. Simple.
For him to
Anybody
have
trade this team and do not get that Amon-Ra St. Brown, they idiots. They're idiots.
for him to be solid at quarterback and below average at tight end and have
Playing from
a zero
Echo
running back,
Golf
that's a bad use of the zero running back strategy in my opinion. You
I
got to
also-
be elite everywhere else if you sacrifice the running backs.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm firm on that. I'll go D plus. I'm firm on that. I'll go D plus. And I'm not even I don't like the team. I just like the strategy. So again, he has room where he can make a trade for sure. That'll just shut me the hell up. Excuse me. That'll shut me up. D plus. My first D. D plus. High D though. Low C minus. C minus D plus. In that ballpark. Appreciate that, Justin. Immediately following this, y'all, we're going to switch the playback and dive into the week one in college football. One more week one game tonight. And then we're going to talk about WNBA weekend recap. I'm going to give myself about up to 3 hours to do that. And then I have to record an episode on someone's podcast. And then that'll be that. Low teams.
Hold on, what y'all give my team?
I think I give your team an A, if I'm not mistaken. I think Process, West, Shaggy had the 3 A's. Yeah. Smoking on iPad, whether that was A minus or A, I can't remember. Anthony Richardson, good pick. Kamara, Josh Jacobs, okay. CD, Terry, George, Aaron, okay. Dolphins defense, Jake Bates. Joe Burrow, backup quarterback, okay. Jalen Warren, like that pick. More elusive, and Najee Marshall. Mike Williams, we'll see what we'll get out of him. Darnell Mooney, Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, we need to hit my line about Waddle.
Hubbard.
Who team is this? Op team? Go to the starters.
There's low team.
Oh, this low team.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, I think this is a very solid B minus B type of
team.
team in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, you banking on Anthony Richardson, but he got Joe Burrow stash. I mean,
Right, he's got Burrow stash.
I don't think he's starting Anthony Richardson first. Me, I don't. You got CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin could, be an 1,100-yard guy, about 6 touchdowns. If J.D. Daniels is good, I mean, but you're banking on the help of Aaron Jones and who the other guy? Aaron Jones and
he's got Kamara and Jacobs. I mean, I don't know where Lloyd maybe is, but obviously that's somebody that I'd look to try and invest in to try and secure on my team. And then I don't know how you guys are doing waivers or pickups for right now before week one, but I would be the guy that picks up Keaton. What's his name? What's the backup for the Saints? Keaton Mitchell? No, that's the Ravens guy.
Kendrick Miller, but he's on IR.
Yeah, Keelan.
Yeah.
So this is Jamal Williams.
No. But I would pick up Kendrick Miller. Is it Kendrick Miller? Yeah, I think
Kendrick, but he's on IR.
Yeah. I would pick him up and I would stash him in my IR spot just so I have him as a backup. For
we can
forward,
see where players are drafted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you click on.
I promise y'all, he super reached on that Mooney pick. When he made that pick, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Mooney.
A lot of people are bullish on Mooney. I gotta say.
11th round.
His team cool. He just need another receiver. His team ain't bad though.
Yeah, that's a B team right there.
I said he hit me about Waddle. It's over.
He drafted 2 defenses.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what the 2 defense strategy is there, especially the
I'd be dropping that defense right now and getting that guy Keanu.
I didn't realize he did that. Yeah, I'm with a B. I'm with a B on this one. Lance, this is op team. First time looking at this team as well. Quarterback Jordan Love, I like it. Joe Mixon, Najee, Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson. Damn, this is a good ass pairing. Jamar Chase and Jordan Wilson. Jamar Chase and Garrett Wilson. Trey McBride, holy shit. DK Metcalf. Brown defense, Evan. Ridley, Spears, Keon, Trevor, Michael, Tyler, Polk.
The defense, I mean, the bench is maybe not my guys, but that may be my favorite starting lineup. I think Mixon will be very good, borderline running back one. Najee should be, running back two or worse. The wide receiver room is sick. I like Jordan Love. He was top 5 quarterback last year. He's gonna have more passing touchdowns, so he should be good in that sense. So, and I love Trey McBride, so I think that's a really solid B plus A
Damn,
minus
whose team
17.
is this?
Garrett Wilson went 16.
Whose team is this?
This is op team. This is an A. This is an A.
He did a really good job.
Yeah, that's a really good job.
Chase and Wilson.
This is ridiculous.
That's game changing, bro. And Metcalf.
And Metcalf, man.
And McBride. And
McBride, yeah.
Ridley on the bench as well. I mean, he could just get peppered by targets, especially since Hopkins is out. So
they're having Tajay as a backup.
It's a damn good team, and because that wide receiver core is what it is, there's always going to be opportunities that you can upgrade from running backs if you want to, or if you have the chance to. So I really like this team. That's an A minus type of team for me.
Yeah, and this is another A for me. 4 A's across the league so far. Super fan of this team.
Man.
I didn't even know he came up the draft with Jamar and Darius. I have to look at the recap after this to see why did he go 16 and why did Jamar go 9. We'll see. I'm not saying that he shouldn't go 9 or anything like that. I just want to see what happened.
Probably some overreaction about the whole. I expect Ja'Marr Chase is going to be playing this year. I don't think that's going to be. I think he just doesn't want to practice right now.
Yeah. Stats without context. The second to last team for mine. This is Jordan Woods' team. He went with Josh Allen at quarterback, Saquon, A-Chain, Puka, T. Higgins, Mark Andrews, Deontay Johnson, Stillers, Fairbairn, whatever, however you say his name. I think that's it. Sutton, Bowers, Moss, Sack, Gabe, Rico, Kenneth.
Go back to his running backs.
Barkley, A-Chain.
Yeah.
Deontay and Sutton looking like wide receiver 3 for him. T. Higgins, let me see what he did last year.
I don't love the flex options, but I think because you have an elite quarterback and elite tight end, and that running back and wide receiver room are really good. I think that's a B plus type of team. He should be in a good spot. Depth is a little bit of a question mark, but it's a well drafted team as well.
Yeah, I like
that Rico pick intrigues me.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, that's definitely a nice little, and Zach Moss too. Like those are two nice little upside running backs that you can see take over that backfield if things break right. So,
and who knows, Brock Bowers gonna have a good year as well. I like it. I really like Jordan's team, bro.
Bro, T got hurt last year, bro.
Chase is gonna be a dog.
Yeah,
that's the last team.
This T. Yeah.
T did get hurt.
Look, I think both of them are in line for really good years. Chase an elite year, and T just a really good year. But definitely not mad at T. Higgins as your wide receiver too at all.
Oh yeah, he's gonna catch 80 balls this year. At least I think that's his floor.
It ain't gonna be T catches. It's gonna be his touchdowns. T gonna get a lot of touchdowns this year. I can book that.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with A. I'm gonna go with another A for this team. That's 5 A's out of 12 teams.
Oh no, sir.
Yeah, I'm confident with A in this team. I like this team. Just saying.
And I will say I do like Deontay Johnson as a flex option because he will get a bunch of targets. So.
Yeah. Last team, different approach. Funny ranking my team myself, looking at my team from start to finish. Let's see. Okay, I went with Kyler at quarterback, Breece Hall, RB1, James Conner, RB2, Marvin Harrison and Malik on my 2 wide receivers. Pat Freiermuth at tight end, Zay Flowers in the flex at the moment. Falcons defense, Falcons kicker. Shamir White on my bench, Keenan Allen on my bench, Ladd on my bench, J.K. Dobbins. It was obviously a low risk, high reward type of pick. Hollywood dealing with an injury. Shaheed and Bucky Irvin at the time. I would let anybody else grade my team before I grade my team.
I will say the tight end is a little bit shaky. Not that he can't have an okay year, but again, probably going to be in the lower end of tight end outcomes. But other than that, I mean, I can't say I hate any part of that team. Again, Malik Neighbors is probably going to be behind Zay, but that's splitting hairs as far as that's concerned. So, and I think you have a lot of really good bench options as well. So,
Yeah.
I'd say that's a B plus type of draft.
I go B plus for your team. B plus.
Yeah, I'm super high on Kyler this year for fantasy. So I think it's a great team, especially with Zay being on there. He'll get some targets this year, a lot more targets, I think. So the one thing I can say, James Conner, the Trey Benson backfield. I think that's going to be Trey Benson's backfield soon. So we'll see what Conner does. But you have Zamir White to take that spot. So still,
How do you feel about
James Conner.
I like James too, but how you feel about Zamir as well? I really like Zamir. I really like the Zamir pick. He's one of my favorite picks, to be honest. Not even saying
They're only running back option, so
yeah,
he's going to get volume. Yeah,
there's not a back in Las Vegas to replace him, so they're going to ride or die with him this season unless he does get hurt. So,
he closed the year out pretty strong too. So I should probably expect to see this a lot.
He's one of those guys that's going to be important to have during bye weeks that you could just fill in at a flex spot and not have to worry about it. You're going to get a certain floor because of that volume.
Yeah, I think his backup's Amir Abdullah, so I wouldn't even worry about all that. So yeah, that's his backfield. He's a 3-down back.
Yeah, leaving the draft, obviously, I went with 2 rookie wide receivers. If I can go back, I would have been between Malik or one. I bring my team with B as well. Let me start there. This is not an 18. This is a good team. That's borderline great with one tight end upgrade, or even giving me a star wide receiver. Right? I like Keenan. I like Ladd. I like Zamir off my bench. I think Hollywood can have some good weeks in KC, but you're really gonna have to pick your spots on the week that you potentially start him. Shaheed has good weeks as well in New Orleans. Not really the guy that's going to ride my bench unless one bye week and shut it down, pop about. Fast forward and again, tight end is literally just tight end. Honestly, tight end or another running back, and that's it. Tight end or another running back. I'm in the market for. I like my wide receivers. Super duper high on Zay Flowers. Personally, Zay will be right here, and Malik will be in the flex because I think Zay's going to start damn near every single week for me. Well, all 3 of these guys should start every week for me, personally. But yeah, I get my team a B. Draft recap real quick before we switch over to talking about college football. One thing again. So the first 9 picks went how they should have went. I'm not mad at Jamar at 9. Getting Jamar at 9 is a great grab. Even get an AJ at.
But yeah, I've had a hell of a draft. Shit failed.
Rod went AJ over Gibbs. I thought Rod would have went Gibbs over AJ.
He was hoping he would fall to the second round and he would take him with a second pick.
That's what he was thinking. No.
It's no way he was thinking that with me picking right after him. I think I picked right after him.
You did, but I remember him. I think because he and Jordan were talking about now everybody want to take Gibbs in the first round. Like now everybody want to take Gibbs.
That's because they're used to drafting with like this the big boy league right here, bro. Like who they drafting with? There's no way you come out of that team with 3 running backs and one of them is Ezekiel Elliott. He has the worst team.
Yeah, relax, bro.
That's the worst team in the league by far, bro.
Zeke gonna score touchdowns, bro. Freaky Zeke.
I'm good on that, man. That's the worst team in the league by far.
So I picked Marvin over Kyron.
Nobody got to worry about that. Nobody got to worry about that pick, that team. Trust.
My only regret, I reached on quarterback.
I went Gibbs and who out? What I go to round 1?
You went Gibbs and then you went Henry.
I went Henry then Gibbs or Gibbs and Henry.
You went Gibbs and Henry.
That Jonathan Taylor pick at 7, it can work out, but that
was BJ.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say it's a reach. Man, that's I don't know.
Now that is a reach, but
I think it could be justified.
You gotta take who you like.
Yeah.
One of my biggest philosophies: draft who you like, bro. Don't get into. It's too early to take this player. You gotta have the courage of your conviction. So
yeah, because I'm looking at it now. I don't think he would have made it to 12 picks back, and he got
absolutely not,
still, so yeah, I think it's that's why I can't say it's a reach, because he wouldn't have made it back. So he got his guy. But yeah, no, that I think ETN is going to be a big steal in the second round. I don't know. I think ETN's going to finish top 3, top 5 this year, running back wise.
And that's the tough part about it, man. I had ETN last year. Really, really, that's a good back, man. He's not special, but he has a good O-line, good offense, and he's a good back. Like there's something to be said for being a good running back.
Yeah, Jacksonville finally addressed their offensive line this offseason. That's why I'm high on like Brian Thomas Jr., ETN. Like I'm high on the Jacksonville Jaguars this year, just the players. So they addressed everything in the offense that I like. So I think their players in fantasy are going to be very good this season.
Fair. Yeah, if I can go back, I was debating between Kenneth Walker or Malik Neighbors right here. I chose to go Malik, just for the freak of it. Typically, I'll go running backs first. I went Malik, and then my next pick was James Conner. So I think to miss out on Kenneth and get James, I think in the next round, I think that's pretty solid. Who went after James? Pittman, Waddle, Terry. It's funny, Wes. I was going to go Rashid. And it's funny, crazy you hit me, but I was going to go Rashid over Zamir. But I think to strengthen my room, I was comfortable going Zamir. Because if I didn't get Zamir right here, I would end up with Ramondre or some bullshit, to be honest.
I ain't gonna hold you though. I mean, fine decision. I think I'm high on Rashid's upside this year. Is D-Mac still up here, or did he leave?
Nah, I'm high on him too. I was literally saying that before you came here.
But yeah, I hope he has a good year because I feel like it's right there. I'm hoping something around like 90 catches, anywhere from 1050 to 1100 yards.
He's gonna be a beast this year, bro.
And to have that in the flex was tough,
Yeah, he's gonna be a beast this year.
My bad, Wes. Did you ask me something?
I wanted an outlook of Rasheed. Like no suspension. How do you feel about his year, his campaign? You think he could really like leave Earth, or you think it's just gonna be a solid campaign? How do you feel?
I mean, look, I think it's one of those situations where the way in which he continues to play and how he fits with our team is going to get him. Again, it was 900 yards last year, and for half the season, we really weren't emphasizing him. I think he can be a 1,000-yard guy this year. It's funny, the suspension kind of knocked down his value in ADP or whatever throughout the summer, and so he's a guy that I've seen climb up steady in drafts. But he's a guy that I've been taking, as my wide receiver too, or if I can get him as a flex, I'm extremely happy about. So I think he's in line for a really great year because Hollywood and Xavier are going to be used to stretch the field, and everything's going to be opened up underneath for Pacheco to have a good year running the ball, for Kelsey obviously to do what he does. But I think Rice is going to, step into an even bigger role because they're, trying to take it easy on Kelsey for as much as possible. And the chemistry between him and Mahomes are there. He knows where he's going to be in the zones at all times, and that's going to pay a lot of dividends for him.
Right. Yeah. That's what I want to hear, man. I've all the additions you all made at wide receiver, it was like, or are they trying to spread the wealth? But I think it was more so like we just need upgrades for the backups we had last year. Like last year, we clearly were not we as in me as a Chiefs fan, but speaking as the Chiefs, you all were bereft of talent there. And now with Hollywood, with Worthy, even Juju, like you just have some more talent. Juju's a guy who has been in the offense, more dependable. And then Rasheed, an increased role. I like everything I'm hearing, so that's good. Dang, man. I don't know. I might have to keep. We'll see.
For those that's in here, guys, I have to edit this YouTube title. I don't know why I didn't even think to do this, but should have just been a fantasy football fact. But that's fantasy football draft recap. So I'm gonna edit this title. Literally as soon as I end. As far as what you see on the actual title, the College Football Week 1 Rewind WNBA Weekend Recap, that's going to shift to playback. As you see on the bottom of the screen, if you are in here and you don't never heard of playback or it's your first time watching, it's really similar to YouTube. Allows me to turn my camera on, allows people to come on the stage the same way. There's a live chat room there as well. Going to shift to playback literally right now. So make sure y'all sign up and join the Facts and Stats Playback Room. It is live. This YouTube live right here was just Facts and Stats Fantasy Football Recap. So I'm gonna edit this. If you want to stay on YouTube, you can. I'm about to end right now. I'm literally gonna go back live on YouTube for college football and WNBA talks. So if you want to stay on YouTube, you can stick around for like 2-3 minutes. Other than that, the Playback Room is now live. Meet me in playback, and I'm literally gonna go back live on YouTube in like 2 minutes. So thank y'all for all the love and support, and I'll see y'all shortly in either